G'day guys, how are you? What I wanted to do is quickly do a quick little YouTube recording on how to go about getting geographical data by going door knocking. And there's a couple of basic things that you need to go through to be able to do that. So you need to actually get ready for it. You can't just get out of your, or you can just get out of your car and go for it, but it's a lot better if you've got a plan around it. So the very first thing to do is you need to get your suburb completely printed out that you're going to get the data on. So what we've done is we have a suburb here. This particular suburb that we've got is Maryland. What we then do is we sort the entire suburb, and this is our price finder. So we sort the entire suburb by address alphabetically from the lowest to the highest too. So let's say it starts at Aardvark Street, number 1 Aardvark Street, and then it works its way all through to number 487 Zebra Street, for argument's sake. So it's quite simply sorted alphabetically. What we then do is go into My Desktop. We produce a report on all the data in that suburb. So we cross off any data that we do have. Not that we don't want to knock on the door of the data, because it's actually perfectly okay to go and knock on the door and say, "G'day, I know we send you some stuff from time to time. I haven't been around for a while. I wanted to say g'day." That's all cool. But what we want to do is we want to be efficient here, and we want to see what data we've got in the street. It also brings our attention to how little we actually may have in a suburb, which is not a good thing, because we want as much as we possibly can get. So, precinct report will tell us the data that we have in an area, like say Maryland, like this one. Mark them off so we know what we've got. So now what we do is we simply go and knock on the door. We introduce ourselves very, very politely, and we get their details and ask them if we can send them market reviews. So really quite straightforward. So market review to hand to them. I suggest that you staple your business card to one of these. So market review, the business card stapled to them so that you can hand that to them. It gets your business card into their hands, and it's also given them something straight away, because we don't want to take anything from them, we actually want to give. So I generally, when I've done it in the past, I usually grab about 10 of them in my hand, and I'll hold them under my clipboard like that. So I've got a pile of them under there. So you can imagine there's 10 of them under there, or 20 of them, or whatever. You wouldn't want it too many, because they become a bit cumbersome. And then I have on my clipboard, I have this where I'm working in the street. So let's say this is Ajax Avenue. So I'll have Ajax Avenue there. I'll know whose house I'm at, and I will then have quite simply under there all my market reviews, and I'll have the one that I'm going to hand to the person on the top. So I'll knock on the door, the person will come to the door. Sam, you're there at the door, so you might as well be my guinea pig. And this is first draft of this, so let's see how we go. So I'm going to knock on the door. I'm not going to stand at the door on top of the door, because it'll scare the living crap out of Sam. I want to be back away from it, so that when he opens the door, he actually has first eye contact with me. I don't want to have first eye contact with him. Nothing is worse when someone opens the door and you're staring at them. You know, you want it to give them the feeling of a little bit more control. So I generally turn away from the door. It's far better to be turned away than turned out the door, because they get to see you from the back. They get to assess that you're okay and you're not a robber, and that psychologically makes them feel like they're in a stronger position. We want them to feel good and strong. We don't want them to feel weak or jeopardised or anything. Also, a couple of other recommendations. I don't wear a watch when I go do this, because it's mind-numbing, and your watch will tell you how long you've been out there, and you get frustrated to keep looking at it. You'll find yourself looking at it. And try me on this, do it without a watch, and you keep going down to look at the time. You'll be amazed, oh wow, there's no watch there. So watch goes away, mobile phone goes away. So there's no way I'm taking a phone, no way I'm taking a watch, and I'm going out until I get rid of all my market reviews. So I don't take a ton. My goal is, let's say I'm going out for an hour, I only want 10, or I only want 20. Okay, so knock on the door, no watch in the hand, no phone on me, and Sam will come to the door. I'm turning around, so knock.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hello, how are you? It's Darren from Worldwide, sir. I've just been meaning to drop in and give you one of our latest market reviews. This is your own personal copy. It's something that we like to make sure everyone in the suburb has a copy of. All it's got is a little bit of information on what's been selling in Whitebridge. Whitebridge, as you know, wonderful suburb, really, really good results. I'm down at our Charlestown office. I've been wanting to come and say g'day to you at some stage, so it's good to meet. What I'd like to do, if it's okay, is every time I get an update of these, and we update them once or twice a year, just get them sent out to you, and I'll just send them out to your address here, and I've got you down as number 5 Ajax Avenue, Whitebridge. We swapped suburbs there.
Yeah.
5 Ajax Avenue, Whitebridge.
Yeah, that's
Terrific. And it's Mr. Bruce, is it?
Yes, that's
D stands for
Dominic.
Dominic. Okay, Dominic. Now, Dominic, I've also got your phone number here as 4955 9936. If ever we get something very interesting, let's say a recent sale that's nearby, if it's okay, I might just let you know about that. Would that be okay to do?
Yeah, no worries.
Especially if it's a record sale or something like that.
Yep, no worries.
Terrific. So that'll get out to you when I get an update. It'll be a few months before we update it next time.
Yep.
Did you have any real estate needs at present?
No, not at the moment. Thank you very much.
Okay, terrific. Well, have a read of that. My card's on that. If you're ever thinking of either buying or selling, or you're looking at an investment property and you want a bit of advice, we're always happy to help you no matter what.
No worries.
Okay,
Thanks
thank
very
you.
much.
Cheers, no worries. Thank you.
Bye.
So now I leave. Now it's all fresh in my mind. D is for Dominic. I'm going to write Dominic. It's really important. I'll make some notes on here. Now, we don't need to create another bit of paper to make it complicated. I can just write D for Dominic. Tick, the phone number is correct. He told me I'm allowed to call him. He's on a do not call list, by the way. He just told me I'm allowed to call him, and we're away. So I've got another bit of data. It's actually that simple. Generally, he won't come out of the door. I won't be able to knock on the door, shake his hand like that. So I guess I just did it by accident. But generally, he will be sort of hiding behind the door. But so what I want to do is I want to get that report into his hand. By getting the report into his hand, it takes the pressure off him too, because he's opened the barrier being the door. He's welcomed some sort of conversation in there. It's really important too when you're talking to them, you're very positive, you're happy, you say where you're from so that they they feel good about the fact that you're there to give them something rather than take anything from them. If people are rude to you, be polite, say, that's okay, go to the next one. If people says, get out of my yard, well, just go, don't worry about it. If people say, don't contact me again, I say, okay, I won't. Just mark it off. Don't worry about it. It's perfectly okay. You will get, if you get that simple script and a bit of confidence up, out of every 2 people you speak to, I was going to say you'll get 1. No, it's not that hard. It's actually possibly more so every 10 people you speak to, you get 8. By the way, you need to check to see if there are tenants in there at some stage. So you need to say, maybe you've lived here very long. Did you buy? How long ago did you buy the property? I simply, if I feel I've got a tenant, or if I feel it looks like this place, there's no way these guys own it, I'll just simply ask. Just saying, I was hoping to speak to the owners. Would Mr. Walsh be home? And he'll say, no, Mr. Walsh isn't here. I'm the tenant. Or alternatively, say, I'm Mr. Walsh, but I'm not the owner. Oh, sorry, Mr. Walsh. So it's all okay. You're just trying to find out information, trying to establish contact to open the door for later on. Give it a go. It's not that hard.